Hi guys. Okay, so this is my first video and I hope it works because I tried to record it on YouTube before, but YouTube like rejected me after I saved like 10 minutes worth of video. It was really sad. But anyway, okay, so I have so much to tell you guys. Actually, wrote a list in Stacy style so that I could remember all of it because I didn't think I was going to. But first I was gonna say that because I watched other videos that baby say, I think it's ridiculous that you're going to see a movie or reading a book just because Zac Efron's gonna be in the movie. But I did go see Twilight last night, the premiere. So good, so good. First off, so good. You need to go if you haven't gone. But I saw a bulletin that said Charlie's Big Crowd, and it was Zac Efron. And I took a picture of it, so hopefully you got it, my text message. And um Annie, it was really freaky when I watched your video because you could like hear the people talking in the cafe behind you, but it was like slow-mo and it was creepy. It was really weird. So we just got back from Beach Week a couple days ago, as I'm sure you guys know if you've done any sort of Facebook creeping. And Casey, Hawaii, Sarah, and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Originally we were supposed to go down and then Sarah and Casey were gonna be in a different house from Hawaii and I because um Casey was actually gonna be staying with two of her best friends that are grade younger who had a different house than Cameron and Chris, and of course Hawaii and I were gonna stay with Cameron and Chris. So like we were all bummed out because we didn't think we were gonna see each other because we were on total opposite ends of the beach and it was like an hour to get to each end each time, so it wasn't likely we were gonna see each other. But then it ended up happening that Casey and Sarah just came over and stayed at our house. The house they were staying at actually ended up not being a whole lot of fun for them. One of Casey's good friends, Mel, her sister was in a car accident. Well, she was hit by a car physically. Don't worry though, she's okay. She walked right out in front of the car and she knew she made a mistake, but luckily the car was like only going 25 miles an hour by the time they hit her, and I felt so bad. We all felt so bad because it was this little old couple, and like the woman was driving, but the man had Alzheimer's, and he kept asking what happened because he couldn't even remember what had happened. And it's good though. Mel's sister is okay. The couple are okay. The only thing that's damaged is the car. Mel's sister just had some scrapes and bruises and a lot of stiffness, but they're gonna be okay. And luckily, the cop didn't give her a ticket for jaywalking, which is really good, because it was definitely her fault. And so then, so yeah, that was kind of a bummer for them. And plus, like, I guess Casey said that the people at her house were just being really lame, and some of them were really wasted all the time, which is annoying. So I was really glad because they belonged at our house, and it was really great that all four of us got to be together. Because I don't know, we lucked out in that part. So basically, all we did all week was just like wake up and go out to the pool, start drinking, go out to the ocean, spend time there. It was really awesome. One of the guys caught a baby shark. He was like this big, and I didn't get to see it in person, but I saw a picture of it because you know me, I was sleeping in when this happened. And the house was really nice. It was not as nice as the one Casey and them were originally staying at, but oceanfront was perfect. I mean, it was so gorgeous, and I felt really lucky to be there. And it was all air conditioned, and we bought a shit ton of alcohol, and it was a lot of fun. And okay, so I was gonna tell you a story about Hawaii because I know once she gets on here and tries to tell you guys a story, it's gonna be a lie. We all know how her stories work, and she pretends like she's up to nothing bad, but these are lies. These are lies. So the last night for the last two nights we had 22 cases to get through, and very last day we woke up, we were all up at like, I don't know, like by like 9 or 10 or something, and we had 14 cases to get through that night because we had to be out by 10 the next morning. And Hawaii started drinking at 9, and she didn't go to bed, and then at like 3, Jimmy was like, dude, she really needs to go to bed, like, this isn't, there's, like, everybody else is pretty much passed out by like 4 or 5, and Jimmy was like, maybe like his thought process was like give her shots of Jack that she'd pass out. Well, so like he brings them out at like 5 or 6, and one of the other guys passed out from him, but Hawaii just kept going. She's literally just throwing them back. And at this point, none of us understand how she can still be standing because the amount of alcohol she took in that entire week was on an entirely different level. She has to be a fish. Like she's putting away like no other. Up before everyone else, in bed after everyone else, every single day. And so she started doing shots of Jack at 6 in the morning. She passed out at 8:30 in the morning when we all got up to start cleaning to leave by 10. No, I'm trying to record a video for YouTube for our channel. Hang on, momentary interruption. Did you even say something? Because I'm still recording this. Okay. So, and then, yeah, she passed out the entire day. We woke up at like, everybody was up at like 8:30 or so, and the guy came to check around the house at 10. And then we had to pack and leave, and she was completely just, we had to dress her. She doesn't even remember the photos we took on the balcony when we left, and she slept the entire drive home. But it was really, really funny. And so, but I do miss you guys a lot, and I hope all of you are having a really good summer. I want you guys to tell me more about what you're doing because you haven't really given a whole lot of stories. Most of you just say you're working a lot, which, I'm not, which I'm kind of a bum, I guess. I tried looking for a job for a while, but then it just became pointless because I was going on vacation, and then I'll be going to Guatemala soon, and so I didn't think I was going to have a job because when I got back, I was only going to have like a month till I moved into the apartment. Speaking of which, I'm going to Guatemala on Saturday. It wasn't planned actually until like 2 days before I left for Myrtle. My church is doing this mission trip there, and they started planning and inviting people back back when we were all at state, and so I didn't know about it, and I didn't have time to sign up, and but then my dad asked me, he's like, how come you didn't go? And I was like, I didn't know about it. And then so he called my pastor, and he's like, hey, just to let you know, like, Annie would love to go if anything happens, anyone cancels. And he's like, well, it's funny you should say that because we had 3 people canceled today. It was like a whole family couldn't go because of family complications. So that turned into me, Christy, little Ann, my older sister Erin, and my dad are all going to Guatemala for the week on Saturday, and we're gonna do work down there. I'm not really sure what because they haven't planned it yet, but we're gonna help out this mission in like the central area because they've just been hit by tropical storms, so there's like a lot of like mudslide damage, and there's a volcano nearby that's been erupting with a lot of ash. So I'm really, really excited because you guys know how much I love to travel and how much I love Spanish. So it's gonna be a blast. I'm so pumped. And so yeah, trying to think. So, okay, so Toy Story 3, it was really good. You guys need to see it. Sarah and I laughed our asses off. It's so funny. And not as good as the first though. We talked about it. It really wasn't as good as the first. And we just saw Twilight last night at midnight. It was so good. Like even for people who didn't read the books, it was a great movie. They did really well. This one easily better than both the first and second movies, and it was kick-ass. You guys should definitely see it, even if you don't really like the books. And Despicable Me looks so good. This is what I do in the summer. I read and I go see movies because that's all that's good to do. And Despicable Me looks so funny. You guys know how much I love Pixar and Disney movies, and I'm so excited for them. And the new Harry Potter trailer looks absolutely wicked. I'm so excited. We need to all go together because it's in November. So we won't be on break yet. So we need to plan a big midnight trip to go see it. Yeah, it's gonna happen. And I can't think of anything else other than Stacy and I are both watching Degrassi, like our lives depend on it, because if you don't know, they're doing the marathon of all the shows that Degrassi ever aired before now because they're doing this like 6-week special or something soon, and it's gonna be crazy. So much drama. Um, but okay, I guess that's long enough, and I'll update you guys later, probably before Guatemala. I love you all, and I miss you guys. Bye.